Hello YouTube family, my name is Desiree. I'm with Divine Geomatrix. Thank you for being here with me today. Thank you for watching and subscribing to my videos and my channel. I do want to mention that don't forget to put on that notification bell just so that you guys can receive the alerts and alarms with any time that I drop a video, just so that you guys are aware of what zodiac signs that I am currently reading for that day or for that week. Okay, I have put on a schedule in my description box, and I do plan on maintaining that schedule. However, recently I've been very busy trying to provide a lot of content for all of my social media portals, so thank you all for being patient with me and patient with my journey. Today I'm going to be doing a reading for our Aquarians. My readings are very vague and energy is very fluid, so it doesn't matter if you are an Aquarian sun, moon, rising, or anywhere in your birth chart. Me specifically, I have Aquarius in my moon, so I'm super excited to see what this reading has to say. This is for the week of December 9th through the 15th, sorry. And this is again for my Aquarians. As I mentioned in my last video, I hope those who are not this zodiac sign still watch this video and can resonate with this energy and the message, simply because I'm sure that you have plenty of friends and loved ones who are this zodiac sign or have this zodiac sign in their birth chart, and you can definitely take some notes on what type of energy that they're feeling or what type of energy that they're around during the week of that reading. Okay, so thank you again for being here, and let's go ahead and get started. I use the Native Heart, the Healing Oracle. The Oracle cards are just ever so slightly different from the Tarot, simply because it is a lighter vibration, and it allows my viewers to kind of fill in the blanks based off of whatever their reality is or their situations are during the week of the reading. So thank you again for tuning in, and let's go ahead and get into this. Let's start off by clearing some space. I start off with my Palo Santo. For those who are not very familiar with Palo Santo, it's very similar to sage, that it clears the energy and clears the space, but it's a little lighter on the smell. So for those sensitive to sage, I highly recommend trying Palo Santo and seeing if that is something that assists you in your energy field. So thank you, angels, today for allowing us to be here and clearing the space for us to open up our hearts and minds to today's reading. Since this is such thick wood, it's having a hard time to burn. If you guys can hear it, I am playing Pandora in the background with night meditation. It is a little it is a little later than I usually do my videos, so I apologize if I am whispering. I do have my microphone now, so I don't think I have to yell at you guys anymore, but I am trying to respect those that are currently sleeping, so thank you for bearing with me. And I think I'm going to just continue doing my videos during the day when no one's home, so that way I feel like I'm not being a burden in any way. Okay, so again, Aquarians and all watching, thank you for being here. Let's go ahead and clear a little bit more space by playing that Tibetan singing bowl. Since people are sleeping, I am not going to play it too loudly, so I do apologize if you can't hear it on your end, but all I ask is that breathe in and out completely, clear that space internally, open up your heart, open up your mind and your third eye, and your crown chakra, just to receive those messages, whatever messages that the divine has for you, Aquarians. And let's go ahead and get into this reading. Again, I apologize if you can't really hear it. so that I'm not being too loud, I'm going to shuffle the cards in my lap, but you should be able to hear it. So I'm going to shuffle this 3 times so that we get a clear deck, because I just did a reading for our Sagittarians not that long ago. One thing I haven't mentioned is with my zodiac readings, I do like to provide the gemstone correlating with that zodiac. So since we are dealing with our Aquarians, their gemstone is turquoise. So this specific pendant that I have made, the bottom part is turquoise and this top part is howlite. I do have matching earrings for the howlite portion of that. This is a set that is currently being sold on my Instagram account and my Etsy account. I am found at DG_crystals, and if you guys need a custom order or custom, custom order, whether it's this particular gemstone or even just a different type of pair, I'd love to assist you in any way that I can, okay? So either follow me and DM me or email me at dgcrystals@gmail.com. So thank you guys for supporting me, and thank you again for following me. I'm hoping that you guys find interest in my jewelry, and remember that I do incorporate my healing techniques with my wire wrap to provide you guys that extra healing aside from just what the gemstones provide you, okay? Aside from turquoise, another gemstone that is good for Aquarians is aquamarine. My ring is aquamarine. I did not make this one, however, but this is definitely an aquamarine. And also, this is also a loose aquamarine. Hi, Spirit. Please allow me to be an open channel for the reading for our Aquarians the week of December 9th through the 15th. I ask this with your love and light. Amen. Thank you. Alright, Aquarians, I'm getting a lot of green. So the first card that I pulled is Ancient Dragonfly. This card represents your current situation. The numbers added together is 8 and 2, which is 10. 1 is, the number 1 is just enhanced by that 0. From my personal experience with the number 1, I remember it being obviously a spiritual number, but I think it has to do with being one with oneself, being one with nature, being one with like life, with the world. Sacred Serpent is how to get through it. This number is 18. When you add 8 and 1, that's 9. 9 is also a number for change. new beginnings. And then you have your full moon. And this number is 29. 9 plus 2 is 11. 11 is most definitely a spiritual number. And then when you add the 1 and the 1, it's 2. 2 resides with being in tune with yourself. I'm just getting a lot of dragonfly energy in here. I feel a lot of like freedom, a lot of healing, a lot of recharging. So for the ancient dragonfly, it gives me the 3 points of recurring themes, breaking a habit, and let go of unhelpful beliefs. The ancient dragonfly mandala contains the flower of life. The intertwining infinity symbols in the flower of life represents one core self. Each infinity symbol is an energy center that holds the pure vibration of love, power, and wisdom. As above, so below as within. As creatures of habit, humans carry many thousands of years of learned behavior within their cellular memory. These behaviors are not true to your being. As you step further along your path and choose to grow and raise your vibration, it becomes ever more important to love and thus let go of learned behaviors with appreciation for the lessons learned. Ancient dragonfly lies between the worlds with grace. She is light, balanced within her center, and she is free. She is the center of, and therefore makes up, the flower of life. Your nature is an infinite being Oh, let me read that again. I'm sorry. Your nature as an infinite being is light, transparent, joyous, balanced, and loving. Everyone is blessed with the ability to let go of learned behaviors at any given time. The choice is always yours. Ancient dragonfly is with you, asking you to be true to your infinite nature. To do so, notice behaviors within yourself that are limiting. It is within the space that you will find ancient dragonfly, ever ready to assist you in loving and releasing all that doesn't serve you. To truly let go, love something holy and set it free. Fly free, my friend. So, I definitely got that energy of freedom, flying free, and power and wisdom. I can relate to this card simply because I've been realizing a lot of lessons that have been coming into my life, and the more that I acknowledge them and talk about them freely, the more I feel I'm starting to resonate and listen to myself, and I'm like, oh my goodness, you really are learning, you really are growing. So one thing that I want to provide to you guys for words of wisdom is just to listen to yourself a little bit more and listen to those lessons and look out for what you're saying. Look out for those messages, because I think that you are learning and you are growing, but you haven't fully acknowledged what lessons you're learning, and you haven't acknowledged how much you've grown. So if you step back a little bit and just say, okay, I know I've been growing, but how have I been growing? And spiritually, you'll notice a lot of lessons that are correlating with some of your situations. And when you realize how deep your messages are and how deep your lessons in general, like messages and lessons, whatever the divine has to say to you, you know, you start to become very in tune with yourself when you acknowledge what it is that you're learning instead of just going through the motions. So step back a little bit and just find out what those lessons are. That way you can move on to the next chapter and feel that you truly did learn from those lessons and not just went through the motions. Okay? So Sacred Serpent. The 3 points it gives me is light from darkness, shedding an aspect of the past, and transforming challenge into creativity. This healing mandala brings guidance on the transition you are currently experiencing. You are encouraged and supported to enter the Aztec temple of the Serpent of Light. This mandala of the Serpent of Light, this mandala of renewal speaks of balance and light and darkness within and thus without. It represents a time of solstice and celebration. The sacred serpent awakens within your core and watches over you as you descend into the depths of yourself to enter the spiral of life. Honor this sacred time as you enter your inner temple for a journey that can only lead to renewal. The sacred serpent guides you in reawakening your light, carrying you back within yourself so you can be reborn anew. Rise again, dear, as the serpent rises within you. The energy within this mandala suggests that an aspect of your older self is relaxing and making way for a brighter new self to be born. This process can be as simple as you choose it for it to be. Invite your new self, your higher self, within by calling it from your heart. It feels like someone's awakening. It feels like your light is finally coming through after a long period of darkness. And don't take that the wrong way, Aquarians. I really hope that you see what I mean is the darkness actually serves the light. I don't know if you've heard that quote, but without the darkness, the light cannot see how brightly it shines. So therefore, whatever you've been going through, you have a reason to celebrate that you've made it out alive and well. Excuse me, I might sneeze. It feels like someone's remembering their power, remembering their worth, remembering that they have control over their responses and their perception on life, and at the end of the day they also have the power to manifest, good or bad. And if you're bringing positivity in your life, then you're manifesting your life in a positive way. If you're bringing in negative, you're doing so in the opposite way. So be very careful what energy you're attracting, Aquarians, and be your playful selves, but also have somewhat of a guard up, that you know that you're protecting yourself and you have those boundaries up so that you know what's going on, instead of being either blindsided or you didn't see someone's initial motive due to like trusting, or due to giving someone just the benefit of the doubt in general. You have the power. You have the power to weave your dreams into reality. You feel really free right now, as you should, because as you're awakening, that idea, that feeling of being awake provides this uncontrollable bliss. And the bliss is coming from within. It's never without. It's never something coming from an outside exterior. It's most definitely within yourself, and you have the power to tap into that feeling of bliss any given time of your life. So second to last card that I have, and this is the outcome portion of your reading, is the full moon. Full disclosure, tomorrow should be a full moon. Actually, if you're awake, you might be able to see the moon in about 15 minutes, like close to midnight, maybe a little after midnight, depending on how dark it is around your neighborhood. I was reading that the full moon actually will provide a stronger light and a stronger illumination the night before versus the day of, and then the day after the full moon we should be receiving it's a meteor shower, but it's a gemerite or something like that. I'm sorry, don't quote me on that, but it definitely has something to do with like a meteor shower. Those who have a telescope are very blessed to be able to see it, but considering that our full moon is the day before, we won't be able to see it as much as if it was the same day. So look out for those, look out for the full moon tomorrow, and let's see what your outcome's going to be. Maybe the divine wants you to also recharge in the full moon, or recharge in the energies that are coming into play very, very shortly this week. So the 3 points it gives me is coming to fruition, rewrite your story, and shift in consciousness. This mandala is guiding you to connect with the cycles of Grandmother Moon, especially the phase of the full moon. Every 28 days, Grandmother Moon shines in full grandness upon the shadows you have allowed to creep into your heart. She does so to guide us to release the burdens and all that no longer serves. Humans are creatures of habit, and over time, humanity has become accustomed to carrying stories, beliefs, and fears, some of which can be unwanted, unnecessary baggage. During accelerated times of learning, as we each shift in consciousness, we are creating new ways of being within the physical self, and may find it necessary to let go of aspects of our old selves. For ions, people have honored and celebrated the full moon and the light she brings into our lives. This card is a reminder of how important it is to celebrate this journey called life and let go of all that is holding you back. Allow the wings of the dragonfly to carry all that you Let me reread that, guys. Allow the wings of the dragonfly to carry all that you release back into the moonlight, where the ancient mother turtle carries it on the sisters of the night sky. This card indicates a time of dance and celebration as you move forward, lighter on your feet. Your connection with the earth is deepening. Love for self and your spirit are expanding the infinite relationship you share with your heart and your heart of all that is. Guys, this is super beautiful. I think someone's awakening with their spiritual journey. It feels like you're letting go and creating space for that journey. But the thing is the full moon card is upside down, And usually what that means is you're just not there yet. So I think you're ready emotionally, spiritually, mentally, or emotionally, spiritually, but mentally you have to overcome that idea, those fears, so that you can completely dive into your spiritual gifts and your spiritual purpose. With 34, it's the Soul Star Chakra. The 3 points it gives me is step beyond your limitations, conscious creation, and reaching a peak. The quote it gives me is ever guiding, ever loving, ever seeing, presence of your soul self welcoming you home. The Soul Star Chakra is a brilliant stellar gateway to your divine self. This chakra has been initiated via your Akashic records as you have reached a readiness and willingness to connect with your higher selves. It is time to open your soul to transcending old habits and patterns that have limited you thus far. If you already feel consciously connected with your higher self, this chakra welcomes a higher opening as you shift and begin further with your soul's purpose. This mandala brings confirmation of your accelerated growth as you are now living as your light body self via a physical experience. This card indicates a time of celebration as you dance in the joy that you bring forth to this planet. As you lead the way, be a shining example of pure love by allowing your heart to sing for all to hear. As one you are, we are united. Guys, that's so amazing. Again, I have Aquarius in my moon, so this is definitely hitting home for me. An example that I could give you for this reading is as I open up my spiritual journey, this is kind of correlating with my business journey, and my business journey is definitely my soul purpose. So Divine Geomatrix was created so that I can educate the community on how to utilize alternative medicines and alternative healing to heal themselves, in which it is domino affecting the collective change and the collective growth. So we do have that power to change not only ourselves but the world, but it does start within us. And as I heal myself and I'm going through all of these different things and learning all of these different lessons, I'm blogging alongside my journey on Twitter at DG_Matrix blog, and I'm trying to give those who feel that they don't have someone to relate to, someone to go to. I'm trying to provide things to relate to in the community for those who feel that they're completely misunderstood. I'm also talking about lessons I'm learning openly, talking about things that I'm going through openly, because at the end of the day, guys, I'm human. I'm just as human as you guys are. I'm going through this experience just as much as you are, and this journey has not been easy. I can tell you that right now, it has not been easy. I'm going to go ahead and end this reading with our affirmation, but I definitely wanted to share that with you guys because as I'm growing within my business, I'm most definitely growing spiritually, because my gifts, my things that I provide to the universe, to provide to this earth, is healing techniques. You know, by me doing Reiki and healing touch and wanting to be a spiritual life coach, those are all revolving around opening my third eye and my crown chakra. Therefore, I'm also following my soul's purpose. So I truly hope that for all of you Aquarians out there seeking for a bigger insight on the world and a bigger purpose and fulfillment within your life, it does start within yourself. And I promise you that it's not as far as you think it is, be patient with yourself, let go, create that space, and be one with who you are truly before you venture out into this amazing spiritual journey, because that will help you set the tone prior to even jumping into this. It might be a little overwhelming, but if you ever need anyone to talk to, I'm always here for you. My email is dgcrystals@gmail.com. So I'd be happy to hear you out and talk to you through anything. If you guys want a personal reading, go ahead and email me as well. And let's go ahead and end today's reading with our affirmation. That way our Aquarians out there have something to look back on and really focus on for the week of December 9th through the 15th, okay? So I use the Crystal Wisdom. These cards have the pictures of the crystals in front of them, and in the back they give the affirmations that correlate with that crystal. But aside from that, it also correlates with the chakra color, or with the chakra that the color is exerting. I'm sorry, I'm shuffling in my lap because there's people sleeping and I don't want to wake them up. Okay. Spirit, please provide me the affirmation for our Aquarians for December 9th through the 15th. That's so funny. That is so funny. So when I was spreading out the cards, I kept looking at this one, and I didn't want to pick it up because I was like, no, maybe it's just because I'm picking it up for my own personal reading. But no, because I'm already an open channel at this point for this reading, and aside from me just being an Aquarius moon, this is definitely fitting. So moonstones are stones for new beginnings. The word it gives me is cycles, and the affirmation says, I am in the divine flow of my soul rhythms and life cycles. Aquarians, this is such a beautiful affirmation because it totally correlates with your reading. You are definitely going through a new beginning, and you are going through a new change in your life. And I congratulate you, because the moment you let go and the moment you just dive right in, you feel weightless. You feel like you're so ready to take on this venture and take on this change. So I encourage you to continue to seek that clarity, let go of the weight, really sit in solitude for a little bit and fly with your spirit, and allow the spirit to take you where it needs to go. You will find your purpose soon enough. Just have patience and exert nothing but love to yourself and to others. So with that being said, thank you for joining me today. Aquarians, I hope you have a great rest of your week. We are almost done, and Christmas will be here before you know it. So thank you again for all who have watched this video and subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to ring that little alarm bell so that you get the notifications anytime that I drop a new video. So have a great week, guys. Peace, love, and namaste to all. I love you.